Welcome back to Pod Racing, episode 3.
Let's go.
It's going to be a good one today.
It is going to be a good one because we're watercolor painting.
First time ever for me.
Yeah, he said, what do I do? Just dip it in water and then in the paint?
I
He's like,
didn't-
have you ever used watercolor
I didn't know it was
before?
water painting. I thought you were bringing us some like real painting.
No,
This is
we have
fake.
little plastic easels with some watercolor. It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna
And
be a good
then
time.
at the end, we'll show our finished product.
We will show our finished product. You can't really vote for it, I guess, live, but you can tell us in the comments below who won. Actually, it'll be pretty obvious, so it'll be pretty obvious.
Okay, for sure. But anyway,
But yeah, so before I get started painting, I want to start off with Hoodwinked. I don't know if we mentioned it last episode. I think we did.
I think we did, but it didn't get the
didn't get the
time
time we
that it
deserved.
deserves.
I feel like we should go back to it. So Hoodwinked is the first topic.
Let me tell you all about this movie, all right?
Do it. Tell them.
Hoodwinked is probably the funniest movie I've ever watched in my whole life, and it's a children's movie with the worst animation you can possibly imagine.
Okay, I'll let you go on, but okay, you're gonna think, because it's from like the early 2000s, at least, right?
I think so.
2001 or something. I don't know. You're gonna think like, okay, it's just like 2001 animation. That's why it's bad. No, like, it is bad for the time it was made. I think it was like made around the same time Shrek was made, and Shrek clears this animation. It is so
I
bad.
actually don't know like who looked at that and thought this
So,
is what we
you
should
know,
go with.
So many things in entertainment have to, like, even commercials. If you see a bad commercial, every time I see a bad commercial, I think, how many people had to pass off on this
That's so true.
horrendous commercial
That is
for it to
true.
pass? But
Like the ones that aren't
oh,
funny
it's just
or
so
make
watery.
any.
Okay, I'm good. I'm painting. Okay, continue.
I was just saying like commercials that are just so objectively unfunny that get like aired for probably
So
a lot of
unfunny.
money. Like
Yeah.
that's what y'all decided to go with? Come on now. Anyway,
Well, this is working really well.
how did you already decide what you're doing?
I've known what I wanted to do. Ever since you brought this in, I've known exactly what I want to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
You know what I want to do? Talk about Joe Biden
We
moments.
didn't talk about Hoodwinked.
That was all the time I was gonna give you for it.
Oh.
No, you can talk about it more. It's fine.
Um,
What's your favorite part of it? Who's your favorite character?
I want to tell the
and why
story.
is it the
No,
log guy?
the
Paul
story.
Bunyan.
Paul's Bunyan cream. You gotta watch the movie.
You had to be there.
But one time, Nicholas, Marcoux, Lauren, and I were in Charleston, South Carolina, for semi-formal, and Marcoux and Lauren went on date night and left me and Nicholas up to our own devices, and so we decided that we were
course
going to
they
spend the
did.
night watching Hoodwinked and ordering Domino's, and it was
We did both those things.
pretty awesome and lit. Was that your
It
first
was-
time watching
It
it?
was my first time watching it, and like, you had talked about it so much, which like, in so many things, like whenever I like something a lot and I hype it up, it just has the potential to be a flop. Because like if you hype something up, but in the case of Lauren Moore, Hoodwinked was not a flop. It was awesome. I
Such
loved
a
it.
good movie. But yeah,
Did it sound like I was lying, like in the middle of the movie when I was like, because I said I love this is amazing, like every 10
Yeah.
minutes I think.
yeah.
I wasn't lying. I was telling the
It
truth.
felt like you were just trying to make me feel better for forcing us to watch like the worst animation possible. But
I'm using white paint. I don't know. It's not showing up. Joe Biden moments.
yeah,
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't. Look,
I
Let's
got
hear
a
it.
killer one.
all right, let's hear yours.
I'm looking at my notes here. I think I could. I think I could do a 2-for-1 here. Which I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna tell the story of the first time I ever got Whataburger. Have you ever had Whataburger? It's good, right?
It is good. Yes.
See, I wouldn't know, but I've had it. So I was in Texas, which is like the place you go to get it.
Whataburger Central.
And we got our burgers. I think I just got the normal one. And it was so banging. It was so good.
I thought you were gonna say bad.
It was so good. I had you for a second. It was so good. And I was eating it. Like, I was halfway through the burger. I was to the point where, like, you know, stuff starts to fall out the back.
Yeah.
And my mom looks at me and she's like, where's the meat in the burger? And I look into it, and like there's no meat in it at all. It was just lettuce, tomatoes, and everything, and they forgot the meat patty.
And you didn't notice?
I didn't notice. So is that me being stupid, or
Yeah.
is that okay? Or is that is that Whataburger being so good? And also, I will say, like, that's the like if you eat half of it, you can't go back to them and say,
Yeah.
"Yo, there wasn't any meat in this," because
I
they're
know
like,
it's
why'd
gone,
you eat the whole
but-
thing?" That was bad. That was number one. Number two is gonna say our volume is getting really high. I think it's gonna be fine, but
Is it 'cause
that's
I'm
why I keep
screaming
doing
into the
this.
mic
That's
right
why I
now?
keep my second story. I was golfing the other day, and there's this guy that I watch who gives golf tips, and his name's like Manolo. So his hat, which I have, has an M on it. And I was getting my tee time or like my practice balls, and the guy sees my hat. He's like, "Yo, is that like a Rory McIlroy hat?" And I say, "Yeah." I don't know why I said yes, because it's not. And he kept asking me questions about it, and I just had to keep acting like it was what he thought it was.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, "Yeah, I think I saw something like that. That's pretty cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it's yeah, I saw it and I liked it, so I got it. I'm a big fan of his." And
So you were just lying to this man about your
yeah,
hat?
because I figured like I didn't want to. After I said that, it would be so stupid of me to say, "Actually, I was lying. It wasn't this guy."
Well, did you get confused, or were you just gonna like go along with it?
I don't
you-
know why I said yes. Let's just say that.
But you knew that it was not a Rory McIlroy hat.
I knew it wasn't. I was too far in.
So okay,
It's a Joe Biden moment. I don't
Yeah.
know what
All
possessed
right.
me to
That's
say
fair.
it. Come on.
that is fair.
Thank you.
My Joe Biden moment for this week was that I was running late Thursday morning, and I had a lot of stuff in my hands, and so I set my coffee like metal travel mug on the top of my car to like put my backpack and lunchbox and like keys and everything in the car,
Yeah.
and I was rushing, so I forgot that it was on top of my car. And so I drove off with it on the top of my car, and I felt like as I was making the turn out of the alley behind, I felt something, like I heard a noise and heard it sliding across the top. And then I watched in my rearview mirror, like I watched it bounce into the street, and the lid came off and spilled coffee all over my car, and like the lid, little like flip up
What a horrible
thing
moment.
broke off, and I watched the three pieces like fall into the road, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to pick that up. And so I just kept going. I stopped for a second. I was like,
Hey, at least you stopped.
yeah. I stopped. I thought about going to pick it up, and then I was like, I'll get it on my way home. And then when I got home, I couldn't find it.
I had a slight malfunction with my easel.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Uh-huh.
I always say that. I don't know what I call it, actually. I haven't paid it enough to actually have to name it, but it is an easel.
I'm starting to get worried that I'm not going to finish in the
Well,
time
I'm pretty
allotted.
much finished.
What?
You don't know what I drew. I'm gonna make it a little better. Okay, so there are some places. Often on road trips, you drive past these places, and you don't know what they are. And like a great part about a road trip is driving past places that certain people have seen a ton in their life. Like, you know, have you ever driven past like a strip mall and then you think, there's someone who lives near here where this is just like their everyday place.
Yeah.
So on the way to Charleston, the Hoodwinked place,
Same trip.
same trip.
This is about to be
We
the most unrelatable day of all time.
we passed Econ Bug or Econo Bug.
I don't remember.
Well, let's look it up real quick.
I think it might have been Econ Bug.
I think it was Econo Bug. Econo Bug
No way.
pest control,
That makes a lot more sense, though.
which makes sense. But I don't know what you thought, actually. I don't think we've ever talked about it. I just thought, in my mind, it was just like this is going to sound so stupid. It was just like an ant teaching like economics
He
and
was doing
stuff.
taxes.
It's like what's your ROI? But it's a pest control place. But yeah, we passed it and we were just having this conversation. I think we were annoying. We wanted to stop by and see what was up.
We would not stop asking Marku, who was driving, to stop, like to turn around and go back to Econ Bug.
Treated us like we were children. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
And then he kept playing John Mayer the entire trip.
You like John Mayer?
I don't.
Why?
His music is bad.
He's just
You can
waiting
quote me on
waiting
that.
on the world to change.
He's just come. What is it, in a new light?
Yeah, you'll see him
That
in a new
is
light one
such
day. It's not a bad song.
His music
Oh
actually.
my
like,
gosh.
I don't care if other people like his music. Enjoy that on your own time. I don't want to listen to it. I think it's
That's
not
fair.
good.
Oh, we'll recover. I may or may not have just messed up my whole painting. I can just paint over it. That's the beauty of paint.
And it's watercolor, so it's super light.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Econobug, it's a great thing. But also, can we talk? Okay, we have a shared doc, which has the notes that we're going to talk about for each episode, or just ideas. Sometimes you don't read these before,
I don't.
so I'm reading this for the first time. It says, "Can we talk about the YMCA?" So, if we're going to talk about the YMCA.
Anytime I have a thought that I'm like, oh, we could talk about that on the podcast, I put it in there.
So I guess-
and don't say anything, and then I don't look at that otherwise.
You'll be telling me and the listeners to it because I messed this painting up so bad. I don't know what you're talking about. So, what's the YMCA? What happened?
Honestly, I don't remember why I put
It's
that.
fun.
up.
It's fun to be at the YMCA. Young man.
It's fun to hang. Oh, I remember.
Oh, this is yeah.
So, in like high school, I really wanted. Well, first of all, I wanted to talk about how awesome the YMCA is. It's so sick that you can go and take like. They have everything that you could possibly want to do fitness wise. It's so like multifaceted as a gym, and the membership is not that expensive.
Really,
Really.
they have everything. Like you'd
if
want
you
to
want
do.
to rock climb,
They have
they
it.
got the wall.
What if I want to shoot basketball?
They got it. If you want to swim,
What if I want to
they
row?
got it.
Like a row machine.
They probably
They
got
probably
it.
got it.
I would venture to guess that they got it. But in high school, I wanted to get into cycling, but every other like cycling gym was like $50 a class. And I don't have that kind of money in
come
high
on,
school, man. So I was looking into a YMCA membership.
Yeah.
And so I signed up and made an account, but I never paid for the membership. And so it let me sign up for classes. And so I would go to these like spin classes and yoga classes like multiple times a week and never paid for a membership. They just let me walk in the front door.
There's no way. That's pretty funny.
So the YMCA, if you're listening, please don't sue me for that one. I really appreciate your facilities. Thanks for
Yeah.
letting me
Just let her.
join your classes.
She gave you a good plug there. So
But also, I signed up for like a yoga class that I thought was for beginners
like at the YMCA.
at the Y.
At the Y. Oh, the Y.
Yeah, and I got there and it was like advanced yoga where we were just planking the whole time.
How long can you hold a plank?
Not long.
Not long.
I found out in that
You
class
found
that I
out?
cannot hold a plank for very long.
Planking's hard.
Have you ever done any of the like fitness classes?
I've done Zumba before. Zumba.
Actually?
Yeah, one of my friends does it back at like Georgia. This was like my freshman year I did
Is
it.
she a 95-year-old woman?
No, but that was our first thoughts too. So we tried it. It was a It was for the older age demographic, I think, but I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah.
Have you? Have you ever?
Um,
Exactly.
No, I have not.
You're not really missing much. Maybe
It
hop on
looks
that in
fun.
like
I'll be
70,
honest.
60
yeah,
years.
No, I would. It looks fun. I like exercise where it's like the purpose is not strictly exercise.
mm,
Like I like activity-based exercise because it's
like
more
sports and
fun.
stuff.
Yeah. Like I've never been able to consistently go to the gym to like lift weights.
How many? Okay. I put my paintbrush down for this question. You're at bat. It's an MLB game.
Okay.
Maybe not even an MLB game. Like that has its own pressures. But you're going up against like a professional pitcher.
Okay.
And he's got his whole bag. He's throwing random stuff, whatever he's got. How many attempts?
I'm taking him deep in one pitch. No, sorry. Okay, finish the question.
That was my answer too. How many attempts, how many pitches do you think it would take you to get on base?
Is there defense in the field?
Okay. To put the ball in play and then also to get on base. So two different questions.
Okay. So the first one, no defense.
Yeah, to put the ball in play, I would say, and I've played baseball before, but even if you're going off of straight, like, probability of just swinging the bat, I would say 20 at most to just get it in play. I'm saying the ball, it could even just drop right in front of the plate.
He's trying to strike you out.
Yes.
You're not taking him in 20 pitches.
I'm talking about even the crappiest hit ever.
I've hit off 60 and it was difficult. If somebody's throwing 100 miles an hour at me, I'm
That's
not
true.
touching that ball. Maybe
Even if you swung like over the plate in the same spot every single time and we're just hacking at it.
I think I could make contact maybe in 20 pitches.
That's what I said.
You said put it in play.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I will.
You mean like a
off.
foul off?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm crazy for
I think
thinking
I
that.
could put it in play. 40.
Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. Maybe I'm not. And then the next question was get on base. And this is, so I originally said like, what did I say? I said 20
Yeah.
for getting in play.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to like 200
200 pitches?
to get on base.
Okay.
Because a lot of those in plays, like I'm saying, I think I could like hit a grounder. Or
How
just
many?
by
Yeah.
chance my foul tip goes fair.
Is an MLB stadium is the base path the same as college? Is it 90 feet?
No, it's a little longer. I'm pretty sure it's a little longer. I know the mound is like a foot or two further. Maybe like
Did I make that up? Can you look up how many feet are between bases?
yes. Because I know the mound's further back. Okay.
From home to
Difference
first.
between the home plate and first is 90 feet.
Okay.
And it's okay. It's 90 feet in both. The
Okay.
mound's further back in MLB, but
Okay.
the bases are the same. 90 feet take you about
If I
4
have like
seconds after hitting it, maybe, probably 30 yards. Yeah, it took you about 4 seconds.
is the defense also MLB players?
Yes.
Like is Austin
No,
Riley
in the-
on third
in
about
this
to like
situation that I just made up, everything's MLB except the defense.
Okay.
No, it's MLB. It's all Austin's out there. But what's
Mm-hmm.
Austin gonna do? Come on.
He's going
I'm just
to
kidding. He's gonna. It's my favorite player on the Braves.
actually like
Actually, it's not.
who is?
Ozzy.
Okay.
I love Ozzy. Come on.
I also love Ozzy. I think I could probably get
Big
on
things
base
for
in
the Braves this
100
year,
pitches.
guys.
No, maybe 150. I'm going
150. Okay.
150.
Yeah. That's even lower than mine.
How are we going to test this out?
That brings us to our next segment. It just flips to like us in the field. Yeah, so that's why I'm laughing looking at. Do you think you could be able to drive an 18-wheeler is the next up? And I will say, I mean, you have to have training for that. Like you have to go through classes. Or not classes, but like they make you watch.
Steven didn't.
They make Shout out Steven Shafter. He had those. I just don't know if he watched them or not. But
I thought you told me that he didn't go.
No, there was like videos they gave him. He watched them. I think it was at like 2 times speed, but he was able to drive it. So that makes me think he's like a good driver, but like that makes me think that like even if you breeze through the videos, you can still be able to do it. But that was that wasn't an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, that was a little one.
I don't know, like I don't know what it was connected. The back of it wasn't like on a joint.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I don't think I would be able to like straight up or drive it if you were to give me a destination where I have to like turn and obey the laws of traffic. I don't think I could do it unless I got like training. If you give me like a week to do it. If you give me like 2 times with the car for however long I want, the 3rd time I get in it, I think I'd be comfortable.
Okay.
I think so.
I think that's reasonable.
How big of a load we carrying?
You're carrying.
And what are we carrying? Unless you can't tell me.
Yeah, it's strictly confidential.
I'm a mule.
Yeah. Does that make a difference? Do you think you're able to tell,
No,
with the drag? I think you probably could.
If it's empty versus full.
Yeah.
But if you're carrying anything, I think it's all the same. Like as long as you're carrying something.
But what if it's really heavy stuff?
I don't know. I mean, it's all powerful. The car's like, I don't know. It does all the work.
I think it's funny that you keep calling it a car.
The truck, the 18-wheeler. Yeah, that's what I think. Also, I saved this drawing or this painting so hard.
You had me worried.
I was in the dumps. But
was that a lead-in?
We did. Oh, that was not a lead-in, but we can do that because I want to. The dump. I don't think I'm the best person to start this off with. What does the dump mean to you, Lauren Moore?
The dump has a nice little place in my heart. My dad and I would go to the dump sometimes.
Shout out,
Dad. And I hated it. I hated going to the dump. It was, which like looking back, it was not that bad. I don't know why I was like so against going to the dump. It was quality time with my father, and I should have appreciated it more.
Appreciated that.
But yeah, tell me about your manual labor that you did with your father this weekend.
My manual labor, just a lot of, it always starts out with, can you help me with this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you say yes, but it turns into like just carrying stuff or like making things, and just it occupies your time. I just thought of a crazy segue that I need to take.
Okay.
Because this is something I think we need to talk about.
Okay.
I saw this really sad video of like not appreciating your dads.
Is this the tragedy that you wanted to tell me about?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I can do that after that because that is really funny.
Okay.
There's a video, and it's like the first time, like you grow up playing games with your dads, if it's like sports or whatever, like playing catch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the first time you beat your dad in that is like the saddest moment ever.
Yeah.
Because you realize he's getting old, and you're like, no. Yeah, I'd never. Me and my dad played basketball. I never really beat him.
Was your dad nasty?
He's nasty, dude. He is. Dave Hess. He's crazy. He's a shooter. 3-point shooter.
He's clocking dimes out on the court.
He's clocking times. He had an Achilles injury though, so he's kind of scared a little bit. Yeah, Achilles is no joke. That will like mentally mess you up after you get healed from it, because you don't want it to happen again, because it's such a hard recovery. But yes, the TikTok guy.
Yes.
So you haven't heard about this. I told her I wanted to talk to her about this. There's this guy on TikTok. All I have to look up is British cop, and it'll come up. British cop screaming no. So his name is Lewis Saunderson, and he's an actor. And he makes videos on TikTok. So look him up, Lewis Saunderson, or look up British cop screaming. And he makes TikToks, and it's like little acting segments. He makes up these stories, and it's always like tragic stories. Like it's
Are they fake?
They're fake. Like he's acting in all of them, but
Okay.
his acting is so over the top, and you have to look this up. He's like, one of them went viral, this British cop, and he's screaming on the ground, like crying, and there's like snot coming out, and his
Ew.
acting's so over the top. But he makes like multiple videos a week, and they're all about the most tragic things, even though they're fake. It's like British cop loses daughter, like man like gets cheated on, and all this stuff, and he's the character that's like in the sad positions in every single video. And the comments are so funny. The comments are like, "I'm sorry for your 510th loss," or like, "Bro has the worst life imaginable." It's so funny.
I thought you were gonna tell me something. Like when you said, "Look, I have
No,
to show
it's
you
all
this
fake.
like tragedy on TikTok." I thought that it was gonna be actually.
No, this
upsetting.
tragic guy on TikTok. I'll show you some of these comments. It's the best thing ever. Just go to Lewis Saunderson and click comments. You will not regret it. Shout out to Eric Speaker. Shout out to Rick. Said he watches the pod.
Let's go.
Said he watches the pod.
What's up, Rick?
Yeah.
And he speaks.
It's one of
Do you
our
know?
viewers.
Every time I see, E speaks, I think of his current girlfriend. I don't know why I said current.
Brooke.
Yeah,
She's so
but
nice.
she's awesome, and she's.
Wait, you know her? Right?
Yeah, we worked together.
Wait, yeah. Where at? He told me about this.
We worked at a golf club, Bentwater, in my neighborhood. It was actually such a good setup.
I'm glad I didn't go there, so you asked me about my hat, and I have to lie about it. That's cool though.
Yeah, and like the first time I saw her at one of y'all's events, I was like, I hadn't seen her in a long time, so I was like, oh my gosh, what do you do? And then we like caught up, and it was awesome. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's awesome. Shout
Yeah.
out. A UGA Bulldog. Oh yeah, there was a baseball game today.
Don't want to talk about it. Nicholas said no to going to Athens today on
I
a
did.
fun, spontaneous road trip
I did.
because he had work to do, and then he didn't do any
I did,
work.
but I'm doing that after. After we wrap, I'm doing
But the
it.
game will have been over. We could have gone.
But we couldn't have bulled at beta before like we did.
True.
Right?
Okay.
That's right. Also, can you tell the story, if you want, of your backpack, please? And how old it is? Just the history behind it. It's one of my favorite things.
It's so
you bring to the
convenient.
table.
It's actually so convenient. It's my like childhood backpack that my aunt gave me when I was a little tiny baby child.
Little tiny baby child.
And I didn't use it until like, I guess, coming to college. I found it in our like closet where we keep all our luggage,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, this is actually perfect sized. I can put
think
my
it's a little
wallet
small.
and my phone and my chapstick, which is all I needed to carry with me, in here. This doesn't look good. I'm upset.
Also, who's been working harder here? This is crazy. Have you not wiped it off at all?
I've been dipping it in there.
So have I.
Why are
Maybe
you
I'll-
using so much of the watercolor?
Because you're using gold too, I can tell. Or yellow, right?
I haven't. No,
You haven't?
that was from the last time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyway,
I'll settle down then. I thought this was a one-time use.
people have been recently getting on to me about how dirty it is, but I'm scared to put it in the washing machine because it's fraying, and I don't want it to come apart.
It might break apart. I wouldn't do that. I'm
It's
done.
kind of
I'm
it's
done with my
fragile.
thing.
I'm getting
I
there.
mean, we're not showing yet, but I almost reached to drink this. Lord have mercy. That would have been horrible.
Maybe it tastes good. Maybe you should try it.
Maybe I shouldn't. Do you like Kanye's new album?
No. Nicholas pestered me to listen to Vultures
It's not bad.
for like 3 days straight.
It's not bad.
And then I did on a road trip to Mississippi State, and it took everything in me.
Everything in you.
Everything in me.
Everything in you.
I was driving home, and it was like hour 3.5 of this trip, and I was so over the like I wanted to be listening to good music, and then I had to listen to Northwest.
It's your bestie, Miss Westy. It's, I thought it was pretty good.
The
I
only
don't endorse
redeeming
what Kanye says, but I thought the music was pretty good.
the only redeeming song on the entire album.
Was Back to
Was-
Me. I know it was. I
Wait,
know.
what? I don't even remember what it was called. I like blocked it out of my memory. But what's the can you pull up the like song titles from the album? It was towards the end. I think it was like
Paperwork,
no.
Hood Rat.
No.
That's the one with North Burn.
Mm-mm.
Paid. Keys
Definitely
to Life.
not.
Do It. Talking Stars.
What's the like towards the end? It was definitely towards the end.
Oh,
Remember Me or something? Is that
there's Beg Forgiveness. Good.
Yes. No, Beg Forgiveness.
With Breezy.
That was the only one that I was like, this is kind of decent.
That's fair. I thought that was decent too. I just thought the other ones were good as well.
But I am pumped for the new DJ Khaled
I'm
album
pumped for
coming
the.
out.
Hey, we the best music. You hate us because you either win with us or you watch us win. God did. That guy's awesome. DJ Khaled, you are awesome.
Do you have a picture of you as DJ Khaled for Halloween?
Yeah, I'll flash
Put it
it
in.
up. I'll put it in.
Put it in.
We the best music. Another one. He's so quotable. I think he's one of the rare cases that he revived. I won't even say revived his career, because it wasn't in the dumps or anything.
He just made
But
it. He like remakes
He
himself
reinvented
relevant.
himself, and he's kind of became a meme, like an internet persona,
In-
with all these sayings that he has, and he's famous because of it, to a greater extent. I love
Yeah.
it. Smart. It's business. But yeah, I'm excited for that album. It's gonna be fun. You know what else was fun? Last week that I went to
What?
The Feud.
The Feud.
I went to Family Feud.
Yeah, you said you were going to talk about what Steve would say to y'all between
Steve
like
would
commercial
give
breaks.
us wisdom in between. He was actually, it was wild. They would it's funny. It's gonna be so funny seeing the episode when it airs in like 9 months. It's like 9 months when it airs, actually. And the stuff they cut out in like post is, they cut out so much because he would introduce the families. He'd come out and the people working it would like brief us on what to do and like clap when he's on this mark on the stage and like cheer for this.
Jeez.
And he comes out, and there were so many times where he's just like doing the episode, and then he'll say something that's crazy, and he'll just like walk off stage where he's like, all right, I'm off the screen right now. And then he'll say something like crazy. He'll proceed to say some crazy stuff to us. But he also gave us a lot of wisdom. It was good.
Drop one of the nuggets of wisdom that he.
He said to stay young, you have to. He says don't grunt when you sit down, and like when he gets up out of his chair, he doesn't like push off the sides and make a noise, and that's how he says. He says you got to keep moving, because if you stop moving, you'll be old. Because he's like 60 something.
That's a wise man.
He's a wise man. He was so funny though. It was awesome. It was a great show, and I will proceed to say the families on the show should be ashamed of themselves. Because, like always, the answers are so obvious, and they just don't get them.
Were they
At
bad?
all. They were bad. They were normal.
Wait, did you get to watch Fast Money?
Oh, yeah. Twice. 2
No
episodes.
way. Wait, they filmed 2 episodes at one time?
Yeah. If you get the tickets, it's 2 episodes.
Dang.
It was awesome.
That sounds fun.
There was a 94-year-old lady in the audience, too. And she, like, in between commercial or whatever, it's not live, but in between tapings, she was, they gave her the microphone or whatever, and she's like, I watch Steve every night, or her daughter, I think, spoke for her. She's like, she watches Steve every night, and Steve came off of the stage and, like, took a picture next to her and, like, hugged her. It was so sweet.
Did you just watch me put my paintbrush in my mug?
No.
I don't know if I got it all the
Low Mo.
No, I didn't get it in there.
Low Mo.
I just went.
She does these things, guys.
That was a close call for sure, though.
It's a close call.
That's sweet, though. I want to be a 94-year-old woman on Family Feud in the stands.
I want to be 94, period.
Do you think you're gonna make it?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't know God's plan for me, but if you're going to live to be 94, you got to... I bet if you ask anyone who's lived to be that old, they believed it in their heart.
That's
You
true.
got to believe you're going to be that old.
That is true.
Because I feel like there's a lot of, like, when you get to that age, there are some things that just happen. Like, I don't know, like the will to live. You gotta believe. There's so many times I feel like we're like the Queen passed away the other year, and it was like 2 years. I might be wrong, but it was like at least or at most 2 years since her husband passed away, like Prince Philip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Prince Philip and the royal family. But yeah, when he passed away, I'm like, well, she might die soon because she's old. She might be tired. But don't get tired. Then you'll live to be 94.
Yeah.
That's the
and
point.
don't grunt when you sit down.
Exactly. So I stop myself when I sit down and grunt now. I'll be sitting down. I'll be like, ugh. And it feels so good and so natural because like every dad, does it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do it. That was the advice I took away.
That's the secret
That was the secret. My eyes were opened.
to the truth.
And then 1 minute later after that wisdom was the family failing in Fast Money. And it was so sad.
Dude, we still need to set up Fast Money.
Okay, so do you have... Because your family, your immediate family, is like 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so you guys have enough. Here's the question. You guys have enough... Because the teams are 5 people. So if you got chosen for Family Feud, who are you picking though? Is it gonna be that? Because we have a family of like my immediate family is 4.
Yeah.
So our conversation was like, who would be the 5th person? Because we just happen to believe that like all 4 of us, out of all of our extended family, would probably be like at least 4 of the 5 best ones that we could choose,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to choose the 5th one. But one
So
of the
who'd you
families that was
choose?
on was like they didn't take their sister, and they replaced the sister for like the aunt or something, because she would have been better. I said I would have chosen my uncle. He just would he'd be good at this show.
I think I would choose
Are you kicking someone out, or are you just gonna roll with the 5 of y'all? That's the question.
out of the 5 of us, I think I'm keeping
You're just gonna
that
roll
team.
with it.
Yeah. Not to be arrogant, but I'm choosing myself for Fast Money. I'm choosing myself and my dad for Fast Money.
My uncle and my brother will be running Fast Money easily. I think I do okay, but I just have more faith in them. For sure. There's some bad answers. A really good YouTube watch, which I highly recommend, is like biggest fails, game shows in general, or just Family Feud fails. The Fast Money fails are ridiculous.
Are they just the dumbest answers
There was one
possible?
where It was name, and I'm not. You're gonna think I'm lying, but I'm not. It was name an animal that has with 3 letters in its name, and the guy's like alligator, and he came off and he's like, I thought it was 3 of the same letter in the name, and I'm like, it still doesn't have 3 of the same. Anyway, crazy stuff. But yeah, that's a good question. I think. I think we should roll into top 5.
All right.
Time's fine. It's already been 40 minutes. Top
Shoot,
5. I
dang.
haven't really thought of a top 5 that we could do.
Before top 5, do we need to present?
We should present as the last thing we do.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Top 5. Well, I'm feeling controversial today, but like safe controversial. Like maybe food category. I'm thinking we already did fries,
Mm-hmm.
and we've done.
We did buildings. And
We could do
then-
top 5 sports
Okay.
to watch.
Okay.
Okay, to watch.
Yeah.
And in order,
Yeah.
obviously. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 5 is I'm gonna go 1 to 5. Number
Okay.
1 is football. 100%. American
Respectful.
football. I mean, I grew up with it. I get it. If you're out of the country, and it's probably soccer, but football is awesome. I love football. 2, very close second. I was tempted to put this first, is basketball, because it's like constant action, and I think basketball is like the coolest sport. Like if I were to be amazing at one sport, I'd probably pick like basketball. And that leaves, and baseball is not going to be third at all. I don't know if I'll put it in my top 5. So third is going to be third is going to be golf.
What are you doing? What is that? We talked about how boring golf is to watch.
I think it's fun to watch.
Okay. This is
I think it's fun to watch.
That's all you.
Golf. Well, I've been watching more golf this semester, I'll say. I'm watching a lot more golf.
We
and
still
it's
need to
fun.
go golfing.
We do need to go golf. Let's go. Hey, shout out
Straight
DJ
down
Khaled.
the middle.
Let's go golfing. Straight down there. You know, I'm a compilation of DJ Khaled quotes right now. I'm going to do it.
You're not putting that in.
I am putting that in. I promise you I'm putting that in. It was already, this is going to be after I put it in, so you already know
Okay.
it was in. Golf is fun. We do need to go golfing. Tennis, number 4.
Good pick.
Honestly, executive decision. I'm swapping tennis and golf. Tennis is 3. Golf
Yeah.
is 4.
Yeah.
Tennis is more entertaining than golf. Tennis is
Easily.
awesome. I love tennis. 5. Let me think for a second
Okay.
before I say what I'm about to say.
Okay. Do you have one?
It's not baseball. I
Brutal
love
take.
baseball. I just think
Clearly, you
playing
don't.
baseball is so much more fun than watching baseball. But it has gotten a lot better since they sped up the pitch clock in the MLB. So shout out to that. You know what? Actually,
Yeah, you know
Baseball.
it's in there. You know
baseball will be
it.
5. I was fighting between hockey and baseball.
Yeah.
To be honest. Even darts came in for a second. And I know what you're thinking. That was the dumbest thing that I said. But you know I don't know if you've seen like competitive darts.
Yeah.
It's just so impressive that it's entertaining. It's so impressive. But yeah, that's my top 5. Did I put baseball at 5? Yeah, baseball's at 5. It's it's America, so
It's America's
gotta show love.
pastime.
It's a great sport.
All right.
Hardest sport to play, probably.
Okay. Well, taking into account your atrocious list,
Okay.
I'll go baseball number 1.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Who could have seen that one
Number
coming?
1
Yes.
over any sport.
Yes.
Basketball and football.
I don't like watching basketball. Baseball is easily the most entertaining sport there is to watch. And it's not even close. I would so much rather watch a baseball game. I like watching other sports games, but if
Okay.
I could
respect
choose,
your opinion.
it feels like you don't.
I do. I respect it. I respect every opinion that you have because I gotta respect it. 'Cause you're the host.
I'm
You're the
co-host.
host. So
Co-host.
we gotta do it.
The number 2 slot is gonna be probably college football.
I kind of loop those two together. I do like college better.
Yeah.
NFL is pretty good too, but yeah.
I'm specifying just because like I won't turn on the NFL and watch it, but I will watch college football like intentionally.
I feel like if you have an NFL team that you like really root for, then,
Yeah.
then you can be into the NFL. But whereas college, you can just like turn it on to any game, and
Yeah.
it's like really entertaining.
Yeah.
That's true.
I agree. Number 3, I'll go with I think I'm going to go with hockey. Number 3. No, I am going to go tennis number 3. Is that where you put it?
I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Tennis is what'd you put number 2?
Football.
Football. Okay. Okay. So we have 2 of the same.
2 and
Top
3.
three.
Yeah. My
different
grandmother loves watching tennis, and I don't
Same,
watch.
my grandma too.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
who's her favorite?
She loved Roger.
Me too.
No way.
Yes, my grandmother is in love with Roger Federer.
Shout out to you, grandma who loves Roger Federer. I love Roger too. Have you ever like I think GQ or something. Someone does this like video where you go to celebrities and they ask them like 70 questions or whatever.
Yeah.
As they like walk with them. It's so staged, but it's
Yeah.
that was like I never really heard him speak in like an interview, but he's actually like a really nice dude.
No,
it
he's
seems
a
like.
great guy.
And he's like the GOAT.
Yes. My grandmother loves Roger Federer.
She doesn't really like Djokovic that much though.
No.
No,
No,
she thinks
'cause
he's like
he's-
a little arrogant. and
Yes, he
stuff.
is. He totally is. Me and your grandmother would get along.
That's for sure. 100%. That's so yeah. Roger's awesome. Tennis is awesome.
Yeah, but I only ever watch tennis when I'm like at their house. But it's so entertaining that I'll like.
Same, pretty
it's
much.
like when you walk in and it's on the TV and you're like
Yeah,
standing
it's
there.
Such a good have on. Type
Yeah,
of thing.
you're standing there and then you're like, wait, I need to sit down and act like
Right?
this is.
Exactly.
I want to know who wins this match. So that's like a sleeper pick for sure.
Tennis is awesome.
Tennis number 3. What did I say before? Hockey 4. I don't know the rules of hockey, but it is so fun to watch. I've still never been
I
to
love
a.
like soccer and hockey. They're very similar sports. They're like the same sport if you really think about it, except hockey involves like hitting people and like
yeah.
it has a. I don't know. It has more. The league is more like the NFL or the NBA, so it's like easier to. Like so, I always said because Atlanta's about to get an NHL team
Really?
right where I live. It's gonna be in Alpharetta.
When?
In a couple years.
That's
They're expanding
exciting.
with like Orlando, I think, or something.
That's so exciting.
But I always said I would drop the Atlanta United for a hockey team
Easily.
because it's like the score. If you look at the final scores of the game, it's like the same. Like it's hard to score. There's not a lot of scoring, but
Yeah.
there's constant movement back and forth, and there's a goalie. It's really like the same sport.
Have you ever watched Miracle?
No.
It's such a good movie.
Wait, Miracle on Ice? Yeah, I've heard of it. I have not seen it though.
The movie is so good.
Hockey. That's a sleeper pick. I was wanting to fit that in, but I hadn't like. I don't have a hockey team
Yeah.
to cheer for super hard. Otherwise, I'd be into it.
5. I don't know. I don't really. Pickleball.
I'll go with it.
I'll go with pickleball.
I'm with that. Pickleball's awesome.
Strictly just because for the love of the sport.
For the love of the game. It's a good list.
Mm-hmm.
I put baseball on my list, so I'm not. It would have been horrendous if I didn't have baseball on it.
Yeah,
that like
that's-
saved my draft.
Yeah.
Like me getting that last pick.
Yeah.
You didn't put basketball on your list at all.
That's because I don't enjoy.
You don't watch
No, I
basketball?
don't watch basketball.
But
Like
you
I'll
play
watch it if it's
basketball,
like
right?
no.
I thought about that one time, right? You got benched.
I
Lauren
actually
Moore
got taken. I got subbed out of the game because I was so bad.
5 people versus 5 people, and there was only 10 people playing, so everyone was starting, and they subbed her out apparently.
I was such
They
a
said,
like
we're gonna be
detriment.
better undermanned than we are with you.
Basketball and soccer are the 2 sports that I am horrible at. I don't know what it is, but I can't shoot a basketball, and I can't dribble with my feet.
You just gotta get in the lab. You gotta shoot
Yeah, I got it.
more.
I guess.
All right, so here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna stay by the mic, and you're gonna go up and show your thing. Show it to
wait,
me, and then
wait. Show
and
who
then-
do I show first?
show me
Okay.
first, because I gotta. 'cause,
Wait,
like you're gonna be away from your
reveal.
mic.
Reveal.
Reveal.
Ta-da!
That's pretty. Okay, that's good. I like it.
All right.
Show them.
Show
Like,
the
probably
people.
Like a foot out.
Hang on. Is there? Okay, wait.
Oh, can you see it? I should have flipped it.
Oh!
For you Spotify listeners, she just dropped the easel.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. Wait,
And
it's not focused.
it's not focused. It'll take a second. It'll get
Oh,
there
it
though.
is.
It's a good picture. I like it. It's a tree.
So good.
It's a tree, right?
It's a plant.
It's a plant. All right.
All right, let's see it. I was like, what
Shameless
is
plug.
that?
All right, let's see what we're doing here.
That's sick.
That Nicholas
That is cool.
Let's go.
That's pretty good.
Talking about-
That's better than I was expecting. Speaking
Thank
of,
you.
when's the merch dropping?
The merch is dropping soon.
Right now.
More merch is on the way. I'm actually gonna I'm working on getting like more hoodies and maybe a t-shirt and more hats because it's not super expensive. I think once you've like made your design, they let you get a lot more. That's how we like mass order like beta t-shirts.
I want a hoodie so bad.
So
Nicholas
for
has
for the
media hoodie.
for the close homies, I'm gonna get some for sure. And
should-
eventually the masses.
Yeah.
you know.
For the people out there.
But yeah, that was oh gosh, what a good episode. That was a fun idea. She brought this to me like 10 minutes before we started
I
singing.
know.
If you had a good
I
she
texted
me,
him.
she's
I
like,
said I have a fun idea, but I didn't tell him what it was.
I didn't know what it was, but it was good. So that will do it for episode 3. Thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.